How are you, sir?
I've been practicing, you know.
Good. You know, pleasantly, call this meeting of the Board of County Commissioners to order, please, and will we all rise for a prayer and flag salute?
Father, we stand before you again today, and as is very normal, we need to have your understanding of everything we have to deal with. We seek your perspective on it, and more than important than that, we also seek your wisdom of how to make quality decisions. Again, the three of us represent all the citizens in this county, and the decisions we make oftentimes are very important and affect everyone in this county in one way or the other. So with that in mind, Lord, we just ask that you would grant to us understanding and wisdom today and help us to make the right decisions. In Jesus' name we pray. Okay?
Salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 4, any citizen desiring to be heard. Item 5, open sealed bid for jail roof repairs, consideration possible action on awarded said bid.
Matt, we do things, I think, a little different than you've got this set up, so how would you like this process to work forward?
Well, as you open them, I can take a look and make sure that the bid bond is there and the other documents. I can read them off if you'd like.
I don't mind either way, how you guys want to.
Okay, we have 14 bids.
Awesome. You may want to copy the bid tab to.
I'll get it after.
Is that the amount on it?
Well, it's just to write.
Oh, no, I'm good. Okay, thank
He
you.
says twice double what he was anticipating.
Must be hungry.
It's a real easy job.
It is an easy job.
So I think, what, 1,500?
Yeah.
We do use prison labor to help on keeping the cost down, don't we?
Yeah, we got 1/3 squeegees keeping the water off of it.
Okay.
I roofed Mayville Bassett Correctional Facility back in the 80s. I can promise you, there was no free labor on that thing.
This is not Shawshank. Admiral Roofing.
See, Admiral Roofing doesn't include the contract activity, which is bid bond.
Rejects. No bonds. Okay. Then we have Next Level Roofing from Bixby.
So they acknowledge all three addenda, bid bond, non-collusion, and business relationship activities. So it's all here. Next Level Roofing, $247,000, or $247,500. Contract time is 30 calendar days.
Next, we have WW Builders out of Duncan.
They've acknowledged addendum 1, and their business relationship, non-collusion, bid bond. WW Builders, $303,069, 303,069.
Dave,
Days.
45.
we have Kuntz Roofing out of,
How do you spell that?
COONTZ.
Okay.
Relationship affidavit. Bid bond.
Addendum.
Then they have acknowledged see, Kuntz Roofing, $352,500, 352,500.
Dave,
Days, 45.
we have Anytime Roofing from Collinsville.
Bid bond. Business relationship and non-collusions.
Addendum.
Then okay. Anytime Roofing, 238,000. 238,000, 60 days.
238,000 even, 60 days.
Yep.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Oklahoma Roofing and Sheet Metal out of the city.
Non-inclusion, bid bond, business relationship, one addendum. Oklahoma Roofing and Sheet Metal, $420,049, 420,049,
Dave,
30 calendar days.
Alva Roofing, Oklahoma City.
What was the name of it again?
Alva.
Okay.
Conclusion, business relationship, number 3. City Alva Roofing, 344,400. 344,400, 60 calendar days.
Preferred Roofing, Bethany.
Did you give me a break?
Almost like that.
I know.
So you have a cashier's check, a big bond, business relationship, non-inclusion. So here we've identified 0 there. Preferred Roofing, $322,024, dollars and 45 cents. So 322,024.45. 40 calendar days.
Trinant Construction from Shawnee.
Business relationship and inclusion. Click on. Identified 3 vendors. Let's see. $229,145. 229,145. 50 calendar days.
A lot of money on the table between high and low so far.
Hand Trail Commercial from Choctaw.
Click on. Inclusion, business relationship. 3 vendor. Let's see, $290,000. $290,000. 60 calendar days.
Redland Roofing and Sheet Metal, Oklahoma City.
Goodbye. Business relationship, opportunity, addendum, $333,900. So 333,900, 60 calendar days.
Commercial Roof Solutions, Oklahoma City.
Business relationship, not regional, one addendum. $232,623. So 232,623. And 45 calendar days.
Heritage Hills, Edmonds.
Business relationship. $236,000. 60 calendar days.
This is the last one. It's Today's Roofing out of Moore.
Business relationship non-collusion. Then one, $354,725, so 354,725, 90 calendar days.
Jail trust, have a opinion. I know the jail trust ain't doing bids on it, so. It's no good.
Do I?
It's a county deal.
No, it's not. No.
Okay, they're not even paying for it.
No, this, they would have been doing the bid if they were. The funding on this was $250,000 of ARPA money was set aside specific to the jail roof. And then a couple of months ago, the board took action to include the $100,000 ATCF funds we have set aside, thinking that it may be, if necessary, to use those. So jail trust has no funding.
Do you know these companies?
Some of them, I think it's good to table any award right now. We go back, there are some of the bidders that identified, we did 1, 2, 3. Not all of them, just need to go back through and take some time. Vet each one.
I'll say we put it on a spreadsheet and
Yeah. Just so we're clear, the bid submitted by Admiral Roofing is rejected. It didn't include a bond.
I have one question. How important are the days to it? If you have a roof that's leaking right now, how important is it to get it done as quickly as possible?
Well, we're not currently leaking. The only time we leak is if we have one of those monsoons.
Okay.
Just the rain we've been getting is not an issue, or at least it's not coming all the way through the interior level. I mean, I definitely recommend tabling it and reviewing the bids to see the discrepancies of price.
Saves a lot of money on the table.
Sure.
Yeah.
No doubt that.
if it ain't raining, you don't need to fix it. If it's raining, you can't fix it.
That's wisdom right
That
there.
means, if I can't let you know.
Write that down, would you?
I was gonna say, if you need to take them with you, I'd have to run them across the street and get copies. Okay. So we're gonna table till the 31st?
I'll second his motion to table. Put it on the spreadsheet. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 6, meeting with Matt Graves, AIP, Casey Loeb, I guess I said that right, Timberlake.
Yep.
To discuss county administration building renovation.
You want to go to the layout first, or what do you
We didn't bring a slideshow, but we brought full-size and half-size set of documents. And there's a floor plan handout. And what areas do what? We brought some finish materials so you get an idea of what the level of finish is going to be. And then Casey and Timberlake prepared cost estimates and schedules. Who wants it? Size here, just looking at it. So, we'll pull on the side, maybe you want to gather around this.
Mary, you gonna look at it?
I'm good, thank you.
Glasses on over there. I hate
I
to
stand.
You can be part of it.
Gently moving it this way.
I'll
be a park for the park.
I've seen various stages going through.
At least know where it's gonna take place. See like this.
I think we got a
Take one
rubber
to
on it.
keep one in mind.
Somebody else wanna see? It's just the areas within that building that, right, what they're used for.
Oh, okay. That you'll send. So we're gonna try to work with the first and then flip that. So plan on the 15th of August. I can do a special meeting.
Really?
That one over there.
It's a mess, but you know, unnecessary.
Yeah, right, we're gonna mess it once we're messing it. It's like this one, this is a nice clean building here.
So basically what we're doing is we're demoing some of the interior walls, moving things around. We're moving the public restrooms, we're eliminating the public restrooms. We're keeping the secure, the storage, the hardened storage room. I want to stop short of calling it a shelter. Using that as a break room
Break
and then
room.
also a meeting room and a storage room. IT closets, all those, mechanical, electrical, they all stay. The janitors, mop sink, all those things stay. Converting the meeting room that's in there now to the commissioner's meeting room. So the entrances would basically stay, but where DHS had an entrance over on the north side, that becomes now a secure entrance. There'll be I believe, a deputy station there at that entrance over here. It'll be a place for the deputy, the funds that they handle. Be an employee entrance on the east side. We have an ad alternate for a generator. We try to keep as much as possible. We ended up going all new doors and hardware. It would just be a mess to try and keep, yeah, a lot of that stuff together, reuse it elsewhere. We ended up subjecting ourselves to delays, and once we realized that things wouldn't fit together. So we have a total of 4 of the existing units, 3 of which are going to be taken offline. We don't need them. We have 1 that we're going to have to replace because it wasn't large enough for the loads that we needed to satisfy. So you guys we'll have 4 RTUs coming back to you. We need to figure out a place to put those.
So this entrance here
That's
will be open to anybody. They can. And these 2 won't be open, but this one will be open.
That one's the employee entrance, it's passcoded, so that's on the east side of the parking lot, the employee parking, and
Yeah.
it's got a passcode lock on it for the employee entrance. This up here is the public entrance, the 2 to the south are fire exit type. And Sherry, I believe, That will be the entrance for her tax one. It will not be an open public entrance.
Can't get from here to here.
I didn't know. Let's see some of the things we've got to re-roof the building.
Re-roof, yep.
These two public bathrooms will remain, or they're leaving?
Oh, that's,
This one, these two go away.
No, those are being put in. So Mark, right now in the building, they have several little restrooms that are coming out.
this is what we're doing on it. Okay. So keeping those. So basically, you're just reorganizing the interior, just to keep as many walls as possible. This is, these are the areas on cutting in the slab, you either read out plumbing or electrical. And this is where the existing flooring can go away, or putting up new.
Tile.
We're due the south end first. Is that correct? We move the existing skeleton crew DHS down north till we finish this, and then move here and work this.
It's the
It's
whole,
gonna be a conversation, yeah.
They're already moved to the north
yeah.
and working out of it.
What is in there? Skeleton crew 2 or 3?
No,
5 or 6 of them.
yeah, I think up to 10, it depends on what gets called in because of the nature of the work.
Where are they gonna go after that?
Well, the whole plan when we laid this out was they got to stay there while we worked on the south, and then we flipped. They were gonna work in the south after it's completed while you finish the north.
Okay, so we need a line of demarcation then, essentially? Somewhere?
Basically the whole north half. Is there not, like these boards right here? They're pretty much right there. And then doors this way.
Yeah, it looks like from the safe.
No, okay.
North.
Yeah, basically the same thing.
I'll put together a logistics plan. I didn't have that in there. I mean, our numbers include the whole thing, but.
Well, the data in the electrical room, they're north of it.
Right.
Which is, I think, right here. So they actually start right here and do this way. They kind of take them out. Yeah, the whole deal with them is we don't occupy that while we do this, then they can move over here while we do that corner.
We got the building for $200,000 less by agreeing to allow them.
Well, I'll make a,
So where are they gonna go after this?
Stillwater eventually.
Okay.
We don't.
They've been regionalized to Stillwater.
So they have a home there that's underway or working on renovating?
No, they're looking for a space. They'd like to find a space here, they couldn't find.
Over.
And that might be an option. I think.
You say,
so we want this stuff completely.
are they closing this one here?
The part of
Oh, mine. I
yeah, just some of these subs I gave was just like the whole thing. I didn't truly understand.
But I really think that's basically this door right here.
So what else on here do we need to
We get all, but
investigate?
Well, of course, all the details, you know, you didn't memorize
We
everything.
start working on it.
Every detail, that's
that's what I was thinking.
Well, I saw you had this error already, but this is supposed to be the chairman of the board of commissioners office right here.
And then this is, these are some of the materials I'm doing.
Where?
Carpet, tile,
You got samples over there.
you guys can.
Yeah, Felicia, the decorator that works with Matt, and Matt met with Sherry and Mary and myself to pick out finishes. It was wonderful. We had 3 women designing a room, and we didn't pull hair or scratch or bite or nothing. We all really came together well.
Is any of it gonna be in pink? That's what I
No,
wanna know.
no, there's no paint. I think it came together. We were nothing over the top fancy. We didn't go for marble and gold fixtures or anything like that. It's very simple.
Like carpet
Choices.
flooring, is it durable? Will it last a long
Yes,
time?
and that was the other thing. Felicia did so well at looking at what we gave her, which was, we don't want it so low grade it won't last, but we
Right.
don't want to go over the top. We want to stay kind of mid-grade, but get as much wear. And I think she did fantastic, making selections that fit that for us to choose from, so,
Well, all those samples are gray.
yeah.
Logan County's known throughout the state as being red dirt,
Crimson and cream, right?
just red.
So,
Come drive some of the dirt roads, you'll
I thought it was
understand.
orange and black.
Carpet tiles are gonna be used, and then in the front brick area where we're actually gonna be taking out what's lobbied now, the brick will be covered over with a very durable, long-term, I don't know if it's actually linoleum, Felicia, or what,
It's
It's a
an
product.
LVT.
yeah. But we've done the paint, and, I mean, so.
And that's been in my
It's like
trunk,
spending
so
somebody's
it's a
car
little,
at
yeah.
120 degree temperature.
Yeah, so. Be simple finishes.
So I guess what I'm curious about is numbers.
I bet you are. I got good news for you.
It'll be a lot less than we thought, huh?
Well, we're tracking the same though. So, this is the latest up to date number. The numbers as they stand today for estimate wise,
This is an all-in
one copy,
number.
how do you go? Shows we're $8,000 higher than we were back in February. Now that does not include the generator. So the generator at the bottom of your page, the generator shows construction plus alternate one. That's total. But we're looking at construction total right now. So that includes, so if we go through these, the bid packages kind of speak for themselves, but we have quite a few allowances in there. So allowances and contingency, if not used, goes back to the owner. The bottom of that shows a 5% contingency of $141,000. So that's for any unknowns that we cross during a remodel. So, we're right above the 3 number there, so. I feel very confident. I brought my team here, Riley Johnston will do some pre-con, Casey Hernandez will be project manager, but we've all been working through these numbers, talking with subs. We're right on. So, kind of the challenge moving forward is gathering the bidders and getting all the stuff just as we talked about here. So, the numbers, I think these are fairly solid. I mean, this is one of the few that we've been, spot on over since February, usually with material prices and other things creeping up. So as he talked about, there are some, we do have like a lead time. How long is the lead time for the generator? Or
It's about a 30-week from that. ATS.
so the generator is about a 30-week lead time, just to kind of put in perspective. I have in this project scheduled for 8 months of construction time. We have a month before that for pre-construction pieces and other parts as well. I'll show you kind of a map and a timeline.
On that 8 months, would you considering that to do the whole building at one time?
Yes.
Will it slow it down if we do the halves?
I don't know how much it's gonna slow it down, maybe not considerably. It might be another a month on there just to tag on once we transition over. So it could be a 9-month. Originally, back in February, I had 10 months, so we've kind of shaved some stuff off. So,
Now, my question would be, if you're doing electrical, you wouldn't want to do one side and then the other because they need to tie together.
yes,
So we may have to inconvenience those folks just a little bit to.
And the lease agreed to us having to work with some of this stuff.
Okay.
yeah, there'll be some logistical discussions. Obviously, we want to minimize the impact we have with them, but there will be, this is reality.
Yeah.
There will be some, but I'm sure those will be conversations that we'll have to hear.
So I guess the next step is after bids.
Yeah, so I kind of mapped out just a plan here. How this,
I don't know that that was actually said.
kind of what this looks like. So we've been working, obviously, through step 1, 2. We got to step 2. Step 3 was schedule and drawing review, which is essentially where we are now. The next step is what we call, once we go through the approval process of the contract, the next step is what we call bid package writing. So a bid package is a scope of work that lists out a narrative of that scope of work, such as painting. So it would list out all the specs for painting, all the notes, all the details for that, flooring the same way, all the specs. Sorry.
Since we have the public's watching, this is to get the county offices into the old DHS building, which we're calling the county administration building. And this is ARPA funds. It's not coming out of county sales tax or property tax and right now you estimate it to be $3,091,864.12.
Correct.
Did you get one of these?
Yeah, I can get one later.
That is correct. So, as we go through the bid package part, and then this will all, I put a schedule together just to give an idea of durations, and obviously these dates can move or shift as time goes on. But if you follow kind of the top of that, under the pre-construction part, those would somewhat mimic what I'm listing out here under this roadmap. When we go through the pre-construction part, bid package review, bidding, scope review. One of the things to note on the schedule is we do follow the Title 61 21-day calendar bid cycle. Microsoft project only lets me put in business days, so in the far left, I wrote 21 calendar days, just so that's extremely clear for everybody. So when we write bid packages and we publish this to the local paper, our job is to go out, find bidders, get public interest, things like that, which in smaller markets, I like to go find, especially since this is my town as well, go find the local people who have the ability to do the job. So calling local people and flooring and blinds and whoever that is to get their interest in the job and let them know that it's published as well. We'll go through that. We'll go through a very similar bid process as we did here. We would then, similar to this, table the bids, go back through, de-scope everybody, verify that all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed, the numbers are solid. Then we would come back to you guys, which I don't, it's listed in there like September 16th or somewhere in there, for a final recommendation for you to accept the bid that we provided to Rogan County. And then we would have about a 3-week, 4-week pre-construction part in there where Matt and I, we're going through the submittal process, which means our subs, we contract with them, they supply us the submittals, which would be similar to what you're looking over there. Matt and his team would review them for compliance. We make sure everything's as we want, colors, things like that. Then that releases the subcontractors to start ordering material. So we have a little 30-day window in there to order all our material before we actually start demo, due to material availability and things. We want to get everything locked in, make sure we have everything before we start, and then don't have to stop, and then it's a kind of a clunky start to that.
On those materials, like on these finishes and things, is there a particular business that you generally buy those from in the metropolitan area?
Those would all be subcontracted out through the trade partners. So when they turn in their number, it would include, like the foreign people would have all those materials.
Okay.
And then that's kind of the baseline or understanding with the roadmap and the schedule. Those dates can move or fluctuate as needed. I put one of those on a Monday, just I think that doesn't fall on the Monday anymore here, so we can adjust however those work. But, it's fairly a simple, straightforward project, luckily, until we get to some others. So we don't see any material challenges. Rather, do you remember how long the HVAC unit was?
Not off the top of my head.
I thought it was 12 to 15 weeks for the HVAC unit, so that falls well within our project calendar in the first place. So I put this schedule together to give you guys an understanding of transitioning and logistics, right? When we're talking about 8 or 9 months later, what those times look like, when that happens, just so everybody can get a good head start to what that looks like, if all these dates fell really well.
Well, I don't want to cut corners, but I would like to be as frugal as possible so we have as much money left over to apply to the existing program.
Sure.
So figured on this 3.91, that's the cost of the retrofitting. That doesn't include the cost of the building, which is,
No, it's already paid for.
it's already paid for. But I'm just saying that, I thought we were gonna, I was hoping we could do this for around $4 million, including the cost of the building, but it's going to be considerably more than that now. So it's gonna be in excess of $5 million for this total job on it. Where does
Yes.
that's gonna cut us pretty short on
Yeah,
the courthouse.
we're gonna have to look at some of the savings that we've got put back on county money to
Right.
work towards the courthouse.
Yeah, okay.
That said, the cost estimate to, which was one of the projects we looked at, which was clearing the block we're in, taking all this down and building a new building on this block right where we sat, was over $7 million.
Oh, it's a far better deal.
So we're gonna go all in buying a building, totally
Nice building.
renovate it for just over $5 million,
Right.
doing it this
Yeah.
way.
Right. Still far better deal.
I like the piece.
That kind of concludes my presentation for you guys. If you have any other questions?
Mary, have you looked at these from outside? Are you happy with what they're doing?
I have no objection.
No other officers came, so.
I guess you're happy.
On the security side of things, are you gonna want metal detectors and all that stuff as well?
I think that's something that you and Sherry and the board are gonna have to figure out.
Okay, I was just curious how that's going.
I don't know if we necessarily need a full metal detector as opposed to just someone,
Wander.
Well, a metal detector is a lot less invasive than a wand. Just saying.
yeah.
Okay.
Anything we need to know that you haven't said?
No, my job and who I am is to be transparent with you guys. I feel confident about the budget, feel confident about the schedule. Materials, seem- like I said, the generator and the HVAC seem to be the two longest lead times, the other ones fit well within that. So I'll go back, we'll kind of do some more discussion now that I really understand the quadrant of what the state is still using and how we can logistically work through that, make that very clear in the bid packages and other things so that everybody's clear and understanding.
So one thing truthful, I mean, you don't have to have the generator.
No, and that's why it's just an add-on. But I will say that the price that they've got anticipated in here is about the same price as the current quote we have for the one on the courthouse, so I would question the sizing on that.
This is 250 diesel.
Yeah, I think you guys, 230?
Did I send that to you?
I think it was 230.
The generators themselves are a state contract item, so.
I see.
we might
Do
be
you
able to-
recommend diesel over natural gas?
Yes, we do. We just had this discussion last week. So the main difference between diesel and natural gas is if a natural disaster occurred and the gas company shuts off the gas, natural gas, then essentially cuts off access to the generator to have fuel. Diesel is,
Yeah,
What
Stephen's
about
not here.
propane?
We chatted on trying to do natural gas for the one at the courthouse, because that was gonna be the preference. For the size of the generator we have to run the courthouse, the size of the gas line that would have to be brought in was totally impractical to run it. And that's why we're going diesel. It was about the size of the unit and the availability of the gas to supply it.
Well, you can bring one of those windmills down.
Not on your line over here.
Propane, not
I have not checked propane.
rational.
We've never put in the propane unit, or most of them we do now is diesel due to its natural gas sizing and logistics.
When you do propane, you're gonna have the tank.
Yeah, and then I gotta deal with it.
Which could be damaged, yeah.
And Charlie, I'll tell you the difference. The generator that's for the EM building, that we're waiting to find out if we get the grant on, it's small enough in size that it is going as natural gas. So that's just, the bigger you get, then there's issues with the size of the gas line.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we're at item 7, which is consideration of possible action on contract with Timberlake Construction for county administration building
I
renovation.
got where you did here, but I think that you were meant to sign it.
This is the addition, condition.
Oh, I totally missed it.
That's
Did we add this to the insurance, which is the next item?
I think it's, I believe it is. I hope it's reason it's gone up. I make the motion to approve the contract.
I'll second.
I missed what page was supposed to be signed, you just like showed that to me.
Any discussion?
This is set up for just the chairman on these two copies. And Monty, you made that motion?
All in favor? Aye.
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 It was set up just for the chairman.
But,
I didn't know if y'all wanted to look at it in time.
it's,
I
same.
believe so. And the ADA has also reviewed it, so.
Yep. Good luck.
Thank you. We're ready to get started.
Item 8, consideration of possible action on resolution participating in ACO SIG property and liability insurance for fiscal year 2025 for $494,337, and I assume this building is included.
That is, and it's going to be a chunk of why the premium increased. The premium increased $50,674 from last year. A chunk of that is going to be the addition of this building, but we also had to refund the deductible fund. So we have the resolution to participate, so the action is for that. And selection of option 1 or 2. Option 1, we pay in full and we save a couple $1,000s by doing so.
There's been a year or two where we couldn't.
Absolutely.
Well, I don't like it, but I'll move that we approve it. Option 1. It's a lot of money, 400.
I'll second.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You need it? I think. Item 9, comments, announcements, questions by the Board of County Commissioners or other county officers and department heads. Nothing?
I know.
No.
I want to say I appreciate you two gentlemen loaning me the dump trucks and your drivers the next 2 days to pave that section of Charter Oak Road. And the other thing is I contacted our appraiser on the land we own over by Meridian, over in Meridian. And she had been trying to call the owners of the property that have the gate, and they never did call her back. And we checked on the phone number, she had the wrong phone number, so I gave the right one. She said she would call them and try to get out there and look at it as soon as possible, so that's all I had.
All right. we adjourn.
Second.
But we do have another meeting coming up on Wednesday, July 31st.
Mark, do you want to move that if you're going to the ACO conference? It starts that morning early.
Well, I am going, but this is my job first, so
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted to move it. I'm not going to it.
I'll
So,
just go after it.
yeah.
Adjourn.
Besides that, there'd be a lot of people mad if we didn't show up.
I was just gonna say, Charlie, we don't just move meetings that are writing checks.